Now here we are back on our route here, and we said we were going to put a gable at either end here. So let's pick that particular wall, and we got a lovely little command here called attach top and base. So attach to what? Well, attach to the underside of the roof. Okay, so there's that one there. I'm going to come over here and do this one. Attach top and base, attach to the top of the roof. Okay, and we got our gable in position here. So let's just go back to our ground floor plan, and you can see I've introduced a new section here, which is the short section. I'll double click on the tag there. Okay, you can see straight away I need to open up my crop box here, and we need to drag these up like that. Now, if you come across this little X in the middle of your sections at any point here, when we created our rooms, rooms are not just floor areas, they actually create volumes as well. And because there's no ceiling gone in at the moment, it's gone up to a default, which I think is half times what the wall is here. We can fix this later, but at the moment, I'm just going to pull it down to the underside of the roughly to where the ceiling is going to go in this place here. Now, what I'm interested in here is the finish of our particular roof coming in here. We're going to be placing a fascia there with a gutter and a soffit here in underneath. And very often, depending on the roof build-up, you can find that this particular face here gets very, very deep. So what allows us to change that is this. You pick the roof and come over to its properties here. What we're looking for here is the construction. So the the default construction here is plumb cut. And we're going to pick a 2-cut plumb, which gives us access to the fascia depth. And we're going to put in a 175 fascia. Apply. Now you can see that it has cut the fascia down. We've got this little return here, which is very handy because it allows us somewhere to fix our soffit onto the wood as well. So that's our first little change that we're going to do there. Yeah, apart from that, that's pretty good. I'm going to leave the walls here because what we're actually going to do is we're going to place a wall plate there as well at some point along the way. But also our rafter is going to run right across and sit on top of that wall too when we introduce our truss into the project. Now, so I'm going back to my ceiling plan, and so I'm looking good here. I've got my roof. I can I leave my underlay there for the moment, and there's a dimension I want to check here. And so what I want to do is the inside face to the inside face here, and that is 3570. Now I want to remember that in for a particular reason. There is another one I want to check as well, is the outside face to the outside face, which is here. Let's see what that one comes in at. So that's 4350. Okay, 4350. So remember that 4350. Now I'm going to introduce a truss into the equation here now. And so I'm going to component and place a component. I want to place this on a working plane, and I want to load family. Okay, trusses. There is a specific folder here for trusses. Now, but these ones here are more for larger projects, not necessarily for domestic. And you can see that they're made up out of lines. So listen, we'll be covering that next semester on that. In this case here, what we're going to do is we're not going to trusses here. We're actually going to go into framing, okay, structural framing. And we've got an extra subfolder here called truss members, and we've got these 3 trusses here. There's a half truss, here's a king post, and here's another. That's a kind of, you would use that for those kind of pre-made trusses that are quite popular now. In my case, we're going to take this king post truss right now. So when I introduce it in, okay, if we're going to get that little message there, which is a bit of a pain, now one of the ways around that is to actually go in and open the family. And let's find that family. So it's in trusses, not in there. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. There you go. I made that mistake now myself again. I'll pick this up in the next video.